Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Going to do another post here on another commercial. I've been seeing this one a lot and it's becoming more and more frequent. I've been meaning to do a post about it. Here it is. It's a Google commercial. You've probably seen it yourself. Twice the phone is showing, and at two times, very curious numbers are shown on the phone. Go over the numbers that are shown, and then we'll watch the commercial so you can see with your own eyes. The first number that's shown is 142. And why that stood out to me is that this is what I know from my research. When you write out the number 42 and you sum it, it sums to 142. Here are some other names that also sum to 142. President Obama, Joseph Smith, Charles Manson, terrorist, Freddy Krueger, 39. And there's more, but isn't that quite the list? And isn't that interesting that those all sum to 142? Remember, 42 is the meaning of life number in numerology. 42 words are three-letter words such as sin, war, guns, sub, new, GPS. Interesting words, meaning of life. And then you think we live in a nation that's been at war for almost its entire existence. Some other examples of this are if you write out the word 33 and then sum it with the reduced method, it sums to 66. If you write out Route 66, the nation's first highway, sum it with the reduced method, it sums to 66, just like 33. The other number that's going to be shown in here after 142 is 311. The acronym USA breaks down to 311, same with UK. 3 times 11 is, of course, 33. March 11th is a very important date in this nation. Many things first began on March 11th, from the education system to the Army Corps of Engineers and a million other things. Very important date. So anyway, with that in mind, let's get to the commercial. Let's see how they code these numbers in right before our eyes. We don't even know what we're looking at.
Okay, Google, what's a double fisherman's knot?
The double and triple fisherman's knot are used in our culture.
She got it right, man.
Yeah, see?
Okay, Google.
Hour and... oh, shoot. Uh-oh. You guys can't even see that. Let me see if I can fix this. There we go. Hour and 42 minutes. 68 degrees. It's also a curious number. All right. Let's go to the next one.
How do we get to Silver Falls?
Getting directions to Silver Falls.
All right. Again, let me help you guys out here. How long does it take? It takes 3 hours and 11 minutes. I also don't like that that's in Oregon. It's Silver Falls. I don't like that the number 144 is on the screen. Do you see how it says 144.6 miles? The number 144, you guys, is mentioned in Revelation 7:4. 7:4 is a very important number in gematria. Gematria itself sums to 74. So does the word English. So does so many other words. Watch that post. Think about the nation's birthday, July 4th. Anyway, in Revelation 7:4, 144,000 is mentioned. The number 144, the phrase mark of the beast, sums to 144. So does the word corporation. In 2007, Transformers came out. That movie's 144 minutes in length. It was 7 years ago. It shows many destructive events in this nation in that film. Also, what worries me about Oregon is the 33rd state and is the only state with a gematria of 74. Out of the 50 states, only one sums to 74. It's the 33rd state, Oregon. It should be noted that Jesus and cross both sum to 74. Of course, Jesus is said to have been crucified at 33. The abbreviation for Oregon is OR. That's 15 plus 18. It sums to 33. So, also in 2007, Oregon had a drill called Top Off 4. Top Off 4. Top Off in gematria sums to 33. It's curious. It's associated often with things that are horrible. And just the other day, they said Oregon got its first Ebola patient. So who knows? Maybe Oregon eventually will be front and center with the Ebola thing or something else. That Top Off 4 drill, you guys, you need to look it up. It's the largest drill ever practiced. It also took place on the 33rd parallel in Phoenix, Arizona at the same time. It's the largest drill ever practiced, simulating a massive destruction, essentially, of an urban environment such as a city. Could be from a nuclear bomb, a major earthquake, a biological outbreak, chemical weapons attack. You guys can look it up. I have it on my blog as well, Top Off 4. I'll link down in the comments some related stuff. But anyway, that's just what I want to show you guys. These commercials that they're putting before our eyes might have way more information than we even realize what's being put in front of us. There might be a very specific reason they're showing that spot in the heart of Oregon with the 3 hour and 11-minute time right after they just showed us the hour and 42 or 142. And remember what all those words were. President Obama, Joseph Smith, Charles Manson, terrorist, Freddy Krueger, 39, also the number 42. With regards to Joseph Smith and the Mormon Church, Joseph Smith died in the year 44, 1844. 44 in Gematria sums to kill. Brigham Young died 33 years later. He died 33 years later. And both men, well, Joseph Smith, it was said that he was murdered in a prison raid. His predecessor, Brigham Young, died supposedly of illness. But you look at the dates that those men died, and it fits the pattern I've been exposing with so much more. And I need to do a lot more posts on that, because even though I've done quite a few, I just have such a wealth of information on political and celebrity assassinations that line up so well with this numerology, going back very deep in history, which is what makes it all the more creepy. So in doing this research, what I've come to understand is that we really are living in these people's world, and they are numerologists. They've put us on their number system. I mean, just think about here in the United States how we have this measurement system based on 12 inches, which seems completely useless when we have the metric system, which is superior. So why do we have that system? Well, it's the same reason that we're on a 12-month calendar year, because once upon a time we were on a 13-month calendar year, which makes way more sense. Why? 13 times 4 sums to 52. There are 52 weeks in a year. In other words, you could have a very consistent, calendar system instead of what we have with 30 days here, 31 there, a 28-day month. Okay, so just to review, I want to go over some things. I want to show you guys the top off gematria. This is how the word sums to 33. Also notice that 666 sequence at the end. The Boston Marathon bombing finish line was at 666 Boylston Street the other year. If you've heard that, it is true. It's not just a rumor. That really is where the finish line was. The number 67 next to it's also curious, because in gematria the word west sums to 67, so does organic and water. Pretty important number. And the other thing I want to pay attention to is we're going to watch this entire commercial, or the entire commercial, and I want you to listen to when they say the sun will set. They say at 8:08. The sun will set at 8:08 p.m. Sunset. First of all, 8:08 p.m. is curious because I see 88 in that. Words that sum to 88 are words such as poison and program. Uncle Sam also happens to sum to 88. So does George Washington. The word maleficent sums to 88. It's not a very nice word. Exodus in the Bible sums to 88, which follows Genesis. Genesis sums to 33. Most Bibles are 66 books, those numbers from the beginning. So let's watch the rest of this commercial. Also, I didn't mention this hour and 42-minute sequence that it showed earlier. That's Washington right there. You can see Olympia at the top. Olympia is 30 minutes, 30 miles south of Seattle. So that's showing the western edge of Washington there, from southwest up to the middle of the state where Olympia is, not quite up to Seattle. Okay, now let's watch the whole thing and let's listen carefully.
Hey Google, how do we get to Silver Falls?
Getting directions to Silver Falls.
Okay, Google. What time sunset?
The sun will set at 8:08 p.m.
Wow.
Did you hear it? The sun will set at 8:08 p.m. Again, sunset sums to 17 in gematria, just like the word kill. I should have wrote it up here. The word Ebola with the reduced method also sums to 17, and right now we're being given all the Ebola scare. Also, one last point, app. A word becoming more and more Common, 1 plus 16 plus 16 is 33. So an app world, in a sense, is a 33 world. All right, until next time.